recording here. Let me share the screen here. All right. So someone will lead us in the pledge to our flag. I appreciate it. Everybody else just mute your microphones. That'll help with the gobbledygook. So. Okay, please join me in the pledge to our flag. Scout salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, reverent. And a hand salute. If you can see my hand, it's like this is the pledge. As an American, I will do my best to be clean in my outdoor matters, be careful with fire, be considerate in the outdoors, and be conservation minded. 2. Thank you. Get rid of that screen here, hopefully. All right. Welcome, welcome. This December is the holiday season, and we're so excited about the opportunities coming up and the wonderful season as it is. Let's see, something I wanted to show you, but I think I got off of it here. Oh man, where did I put it? I'm sorry. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. So I'm sorry, I'm doing some bouncing around here.
Happy holidays! I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of you a joyous holiday season from the Boy Scouts of America. Everybody ready? 3, 2, 1. Happy holidays!
Okay, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to see our new leader's face and say thank you for all of your scouting that you do and appreciate it so much. Let me see, I think Patty's coming in here. While she's doing it, let me real quickly show you that we do indeed have an agenda. And I don't want to take too much of Dr. Margot's time right away, but I'll have a safety moment after we give him and our new Scout executive an opportunity to speak. So, Dr. Margot, how you doing, sir?
Hi, how you guys?
Good.
Low turnout tonight, but that's okay. We got it's all about quality, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in, and hopefully we'll get done fairly quickly tonight. We have again, just overall from the council standpoint, we're doing well. We had a great meeting, strategic planning meeting last month with members of the board and some past presidents. So we really have some good direction going forward. You'll meet, if you haven't already, you'll hear from Luis here at the very least. Luis is our new Scout executive. So we'll let him have a minute to speak here in just a second. And to just, again, we all know what challenges we face. We all know what opportunities we have, and more than anything else, there's really a lot of positives we have in our council. Despite all the things coming against us, counting against us, we have still produced fantastic retention. So the scouts that we have want to be here, and we're putting on a good program because they're coming back, which is real important. And a lot of that's because of you guys. You guys are making that program happen. You're keeping the scouts interested, and we're growing. we're actually growing. We actually have a little bit more growth than we did last year at this time. So we already have a few more units that have joined and started, even either reactivation of old units, but in addition to, we have some growth of new units. So all that is because of you guys, and I want to thank you all for doing that. This is not, we don't have a massive staff. We have a staff of 1, now 2, and so we're really, it's volunteer run. We are a volunteer run council with professional guidance, right? So don't forget that. You guys really make our council run. So thank you for all you do. From the health standpoint, I know I diagnosed 4 or 5 cases of either flu and or COVID, flu A, flu B, and COVID just yesterday alone in my 12-hour shift in the ER. So if you haven't gotten your flu shot, now's a good time. If you're feeling sick, stay home. Keep your kids home if they got a fever. Those are all good little things. Just remember, we don't want to get everybody else sick. And then do the same, just keep it out when you have your meetings. If you have somebody that's sick, maybe they can do a virtual meeting, and just make it work for them so they can all participate and not feel like they're being left out. You guys got any questions? I'm happy to answer them. If not, I'll kind of be hanging out.
We're going to give Luis, our new Scout executive, a chance to go ahead and pop in here before we do our safety moment. If Luis would want to address the crowd, you're welcome to.
Hey, everybody, can you all hear me? Great. Sorry, I'll have a guest here shortly. They always like to join in my Zooms. This is my oldest daughter. That's Jude.
Yay.
Is excited for me to be back part of the program. So just, Dr. Margot said it, we are up on membership, which is great. We had a very successful Distinguished Citizens Dinner, which obviously, so helps support the council and the big picture. And, we have a lot of great things to look forward to. We just had a great powwow, Order the Arrow powwow, with the most scouts recorded over the past few years. I think we were over 315 scouts, just over 315 scouts, along with several adult volunteers, and a lot of great times, a lot of great conversations. So very excited about, events like that, but we have a lot of great things coming forward. We do have in January, I know the calendar is out. We have the basketball with I think the Toros, not the Toros. Is it Toros? The Edinburgh. Drawing a blank on it. I don't have the paper right in front of me. And then
Vipers.
The Vipers. Sorry, the Toro. I'm thinking Austin. We did a lot of stuff with the Toros. We have with the Vipers in January. We have the Pinewood Derbies. We have the council banquet. There's just a lot of great stuff coming down the pipeline, and I want to give kudos to our program. To Dr. Phillips and team. They have laid out the calendar for the year. And we're going to stick to that calendar. So if it's on the calendar, we're going to do our darndest to keep to that calendar and hold accountable. So you'll see the dates up front as you plan. So use that. I don't know if it's published anywhere. Dr. Margot, I don't know if it's on our council calendar yet or not. We'll make sure we get that out so you can see, the upcoming dates for the 12 months. Last but not least, we do have winter camp coming up for those Scouts BSA troops. The registration did get extended. Thank you, Mike Henry, for opening that up on Double Knot and making the changes needed. Your service does not go unnoticed in all the work you do. So I appreciate you, Mike Henry. And $99, I think the fee's still at $99, which is the lowest, even lower than Camp Karankawa. So our neighbors to the north. So if you have not had the opportunity, it's going to be 3 days. It's going to be a fun, great opportunity. Outside of that, I look forward to continuing to meet a lot of you. If I have not had the chance to meet you, you'll realize that I'm very involved also in the program, being a product of the program. I'm excited. I love going out to the camp, bringing my girls out to the camp. So you'll definitely see me at a lot of the activities that the council does have. And then last but not least, I know I've talked to Dr. Margo about this. As we push forward and prepare to celebrate our 100th anniversary as a council in 2026, obviously we're getting close. And then 100 years of our Camp Perry in 27. I am working on putting together a collector series patch set. I don't have all the details yet, but I just wanted to tease you like, hey, it's going to be 4 different patches from beginning to current, and then one special Camp Perry patch in a nice little frame. And it's gonna require a commitment, but I once I get everything down, I'm going to send that out. But I just want to let you know that it's going to be a great opportunity. I'm excited. I mean, 100 years of a council. That's a great thing to pat ourselves on the back, and we're going to continue that legacy here in the Rio Grande Valley. So, Mike, thank you so much for giving me my minute. It's a little over a minute. I'll make sure I stick to it next time. Any questions? Any questions? No questions.
Okay, well, if they want to, there's always the chat as well.
Yep.
And folks, the next thing up we want to talk about is the season is in the up now for giving, and I'm going to try to open up a quick screen here and share it. It's better to give safely. And what this is talking about is toys and gifts that they inspire joy, but they shouldn't cause injuries. Thousands of children are seriously injured in toy-related incidents every year. Avoid safety hazards while gifting with these tips from the United States Consumer Product Safety Commission. Toys are age-related for safety, not for children's intellect and physical ability, so be sure to choose toys in the correct age range. We hear that choosing correct age in our safe tools use as well. Choose toys for children under 3 that do not have small parts, which could be choking hazards. For children under 10, avoid toys that must be plugged into an electrical outlet. Be cautious about toys that have button batteries or magnets that can be harmful or fatal if swallowed. When giving scooters and other riding toys, give the gift of appropriate safety gear as well. Helmets should be worn at all times, and they should be the size to fit. To find out about holiday toy safety and recalls, check the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission website. And I will remind that as you go into your meetings that you use an appropriate age-related or activity-related safety moment as you start your meetings. This is very important. I'm just so enthralled with Mr. Smith's background. Sorry about that. Okay, we're going to let Patty Garcia, she doesn't know it, but recharter's coming up. We know it's coming up. We all know it's coming up. It hasn't changed yet. It won't change till March 1st. So the way you've been doing it is the way you will have always rechartered your units. It's the way you will recharter your units this year. So Patty, do you mind talking a little bit about recharter?
Sure. Good evening, everybody. Yes, it's the best time of the year, okay? Recharter is coming, please. Nothing has, commissioners are already receiving calls regarding what's gonna happen, are we gonna change? Nothing. This year, nothing's gonna change. We're gonna keep on doing it like we've been doing for almost, 6 years, 7 years. So don't worry, just after March, that's when we're gonna have the change, or next year, that's when we're gonna have. Please review your notes, do your troop or pack inventory, cruise, check, reach out to your parents, reach out to your membership. Remember, adults have to have current YPT. Last year, it was not last year, a couple months ago, the board approved for our council 1 year YPT. And maybe Luis, you can help us with this regarding if the questions that we had is that if some YPT expired in 25, can they still be good for this year?
They should still be good, because it's for 25. So they'll still be considered youth protection trained. But then you just got to make sure you follow up and get them youth protection trained as that date comes.
Okay. Since we're going to start doing it every year, how will this fall?
As far as youth protection?
Youth protection, yes, because that's the question that everybody's asking. They said, okay, in my case, mine expires on April 24th. So I'm going to do it just like I do my health form, every December, so I can have it the next year.
It's probably something to consider, moving forward, having a standard date where, kind of just saying, hey, this is the date we'd like for all our volunteers to complete their youth protection, especially if it's going yearly. That will also help, our council numbers. That's something that the national office does look at, and our percentage in adult leaders that are trained. So I would say, just like you said, you're filling out your health form, complete your youth protection form, your training, get it done yearly, make it easy. You put it on a timetable. Maybe even we can create, I don't know if it's still a possibility. Like I said, I've been out of the movement for a bit. We used to hold a roundtable in person that would do youth protection training, and we used to have like 70 80 people there. Everybody wants to come get trained. Come one night, we all fellowship, we bring some Dutch oven desserts, that people volunteer, and people show up and they take it, and we're done. Here we go. Here's the list of who's up. I mean, just different ideas, fellowship along with it. But yeah, let's just plan for December to be youth protection as a whole for our leaders.
Perfect. Thank you.
Me included.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Luis. So talking about that, it's very important that we have YPT and health forms. We usually recommend that, like Luis said, do it in December. I just did mine last week. Okay, so I'm sure, I know that already on December I have to do both. If you are a merit badge counselor, remember, you have to turn in 2 different adult applications and 2 different YPTs, okay? Because that's a council position, not a unit position. Okay, so that has to be done every year. With all these questions, more questions will come out. Please reach out to us. We've been talking in the different events to the different units, and this is where the questions had been coming. And I'm just bringing to Roundtable. But don't be afraid. We are just one email or one call ahead, and just be patient. Okay, if we don't reply your call or your email right away, it's because it's going to be a very busy time for commissioner, but we'll be there. I talked to Roger Mantoni, our training chair, and he said that maybe we can do something just like Luis mentioned, go to your unit and have all your parents and do YPT right there, and just to have everything ready. Again, we're gonna be available for recharter right now, so please do not hesitate to contact us. Thank you.
And there are exciting things coming up with the changes when they do come. One of them is that on your anniversary of your join date will be your renewal date. And that will be every year. You'll get an email for that. Just today, there was a webinar from National about the changes. And one of the things they are stressing right now is for all of as renewal comes across, it's not going to be emailed to scouts, the reminder, because scouts, we don't normally gather their emails. So the parent or guardian must have a current and active email in their records for their scouts, because they will get the email notifying them of the renewal. And although it's units a lot of times do pay dues for all their members at recharter time, you can do that, but still at the anniversary date of their joining, they're going to get a reminder that they need to make sure they're current. The there's another change that's going to take place, and this is for those that do the recharter. It needs to be done on time because effective March 1st, if the recharter isn't in by the end day of the month that their recharter is, they only have 30 days. It used to be 60, but now 30 days is the only grace period they're going to have to recharter after they've let it lapse. And when you let it lapse, you don't have insurance, can't record advancements. And so it's very important that when you do recharter, you recharter on time. I did put in the chat the information about the fees. The council doesn't have a fee, so don't worry about that. But the annual recharter fee for the charter organization is there, and the membership fees for the various levels is also there. There's a lot of Cub Scouts here, I see, and I know that y'all may perhaps have heard through the grapevine about the changes that are starting to take place for the Cub Scouts, and it's exciting. They're really working hard about the fact that they don't want it to be confusing. And making it easier. So on the website, if you go to Cub Scouts and then go to at the bottom of the screen for the Cub Scouts, let me go back and show you just at the bottom of the Cub Scout screen. When you click on programs and select Cub Scouts, you go down and down and down, and you'll see here. I went too far. Under leaders, you're going to see two places for program updates. So you click on the program updates, and this is the updates. And if you click, you get the questions, frequently asked questions, which a lot of people are asking. Click over here on this one, and I'm sorry, the second one here. This is the one that shows there's changes. We're used to coming into the Cub Scouts and have everybody do the same requirement for both Cub Scouts. And the Weeblos program was 4th and 5th grade, and Adventures was being at the end of June 1st. This is going to take place. So now one of the biggest changes is that Bobcat is going to be specific for each grade and grade level or Cub Scout level. It's going to be a different program for each level. So everybody will be doing the Bobcat as part of their rank advancement. And again, it's not the same one for each one. It's age and grade level appropriate. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 requirements, and then each one will have 2 electives. So that's a difference in the program. There's not as many electives required. The program is consistent throughout. If you look through here, you can see the personal fitness is across, and family is across. So the related requirements are related in the same unit. Also, Weeblos is only going to be 4th grade. There will be Arrow of Light 5th grade. Now, you've been wanting to know about this. If you go to the Cub Scout chat every Friday at 2 o'clock, if you go to that, they're talking about that at least once a month about the changes. But remember, this takes place June the 1st. So there's a lot of time, a lot of opportunity for you to learn about it. Materials are being developed, and the leadership at National is training council people to be the communicators for the changes as they come across. So this is just here's a calendar that talks about when things are going to take place. So it's exciting, it's simpler, as far as what you are required to do. Don't be afraid of the Bobcat. It's different for each grade level, and each one will be doing it. And so it's been a research of, I forget how many people she said was on that committee, but it was high content volunteers that were developing this program. And so it's comes from the users themselves, what to expect. So again, you can look at this and read this, and again, I encourage you to go to the chat, Cub Scout chat, and let me see if I can remember where that is. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't, off the top of my head, I don't know, remember where the chat is. But they do an excellent job of talking about it, and it's the people who are actually doing the program that is talking and answering questions and making the presentation. See if it'll let me find it this way here. That's okay. I'm sorry. That crossed my mind and I wasn't prepared to show you. There's Cub Scout chat live on this program resources. And so you can go back and watch the various presentations as they were made, making the most of Bobcat, the new adventures, how the committee used research and surveys, the official revelation of the program and so forth. So they're out here, they're good. They last between 30 minutes to an hour, and with lots of good questions and good answers. So it's out there. It's an opportunity to learn, and a great opportunity for the scouting program. And so I hope that you guys are excited about going into this, and we'll try to bring up as much as we can and with that as well. Anybody have any additions to that? I hope y'all guys have been watching the Cub Scout chats. I think they've got some great information. Patty, are you doing all right on the attendance tonight?
Yes, I do. Thank you for putting your unit numbers. It makes it much easier.
Well, we still don't have leadership to do the breakout rooms properly. So I think I was talking about the Cub Scout update, and the new membership routine is important for us to cover. I don't know, is Oscar here? I haven't seen him. Luis did mention the $99 for the membership. It will go up on the 15th. But the adults are going to stay at I think it's $65. And he does still need counselors and getting some good registration there. How about the NYLT? Anybody here that can address that? I don't see Michael or Ada tonight.
I don't see them. I'll be meeting with Ada here in the next week or so about NYLT. Hopefully be able to share some more via email.
Okay. We changed
I was going to say they're going to have a meeting tomorrow, this weekend. They have a 2-day workshop over there this weekend.
We reduced the initial amount to $75 instead of the 100 due to the Christmas holidays and being able to buy mom a Christmas gift and still have money left to do that. So, okay. Pinewood Derby. Michael Hall is working on a Pinewood Derby for the Upper Valley. It's going to be at pretty fancy car place in San Juan, and so we're working on getting some details worked out about that. And it's almost ready to put up in the calendar. So just waiting on one more thing, I understand. But we'll have that up on the calendar soon. Coming up is the Scout Night for the Vipers, and is anybody here can talk about that? Registration's
Hi.
open? Okay.
Yeah. Hi, it's Christine from the PAC 84. We do have the Scout Night for the Vipers. It's going to be on Friday, January the 12th. And it's open to scouts, friends, and family. And they have 3 different ticket options. It's going to be $10 just for a basic ticket if you're bringing an extra person, or you don't want a meal or a patch or a hat. For the scouts, it's $25, but they do get to go out on the court previous to the game at should be there before 6:40, so that way they can go out on the court and do a shootout. They get a patch as well as a Vipers cap, and then a hot dog meal and a ticket. So that's for $25. $17 if you have a guest and you just want the hot dog meal and the ticket, or just $10 for the ticket. So we hope that everybody and their families and leadership and everybody can come out and just wear your uniform and enjoy the game.
Looking forward to that. 7
We
p.m.
represent
Okay.
scouting.
Enjoy your memories.
And just to confirm, the
I'm sorry.
payments go straight through to the Vipers, correct?
Correct. So the link is there on the calendar, Mr. Henry. Thank you for putting that up. And so the link is there. There also is Mr. Rick put a line item where you can put like what group you're in. So like for me, PAC 84. So he's gonna put us up on the board as well and just kind of see how many different units have signed up to join that evening. But everything is purchased there, and then your tickets are sent directly to you.
Okay.
As far as the Pinewood Derby is concerned, on that night, after you finish your Pinewood Derby, you need to go to the Rio Grande Council Count Perry Dining Hall for our annual adult recognition dinner. It is February 10th. On February the 3rd is the annual report to state. I am waiting on some information. I think we can put that up on the calendar. It is not a pay local. It's just like the Scout Night, in that you pay the council, the Capital Area Council, to participate in that. I think I saw where one of the Scoutmasters, Molly Mejia, was spearheading that. So I haven't heard anything about coordinating, but I think that it would be best to coordinate with an individual so that our council is represented all together. And but the date is February 3rd. There's more dates coming up, and we do. Patty mentioned recharter. Commissioners are needed, and Patty, you want to address that and maybe address the attendance recognition?
Sure. Remember, this is the last year, hopefully. Well, not the last year, but at the end of the year, like you all know, we have our Chachos Award, okay? That's our traveling award that we give for the attendance of to Roundtable. It's very important that you attend Roundtables. The newest information you have on changes, updates, new information, everything. That's why we really invite you to attend. If you cannot attend as leaders, please send some of the leaders. The more you attend, the more leaders you send, you get to go to you get to get the Chachos Award. This, for 2 years, PAC 500 had taken the Chachos Award to their unit. Hopefully, next year, the Chachos really want to know other units and other houses. I'm sure they want to take some vacations from PAC 500. Don't get me wrong, they're being very well fed and well cared, but please send your leaders, the more the merrier. We not only we all learn from each other, discussions. Some we have had some beautiful discussions, very nice, informative, very good information. And this is when you get the information. Besides, questions are more handle a little bit more at the unit level. So please send, put that in your calendar for your program calendar next year. Send people to Roundtable. So thank you very much. And I'm very happy to say to the Chachos Award for this month, it goes to Troop 73. Thank you, Troop 73. We have two members, two leaders from Troop 73. Thank you for coming and thank you for that. The Chachos Award will be the final tally. We will we'll go through the whole year, and it will be awarded at this council banquet in February. So please also make plans to attend that. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Henry.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you doing this. I hope you get as much benefit out of it as I do for doing the research to prepare for it. Let's ask John Moreno. I see him here. Talk about camp, John.
It's actually looking really good. I'm in McAllen right now at my daughter's, but I'm staying over there this weekend. I got a few things I'm gonna go do. I got to say that we're blessed, really blessed to have John McGinnis on board. He's been tremendous. I unfortunately wasn't there this weekend, but he took care of the camp masters. I'm going to say our camp masters took care of camp, ran everything very well. Got a few phone calls, no big deal. Resolved a few problems on the phone, which like I said, no big deal. And Luis and I kept in touch. Little things. But yeah, camp's looking good. We're going to resolve a few issues we got. Our alarm system's still a big problem. And after that, it's up and going. I'll be there tomorrow afternoon to mow the office. That still needs always a little, I think, as I said before. I have a question. Patty and well, all of us that have been here for a while. In the past, we used to wear a uniform to this, didn't we? Isn't it? Yeah. Isn't it required for the round table, by the way? I'm just asking.
Yeah, if they're gonna get the knot, that's part of being in attendance as being in uniform.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I apologize that I haven't been, and I think we should go back to that. I remember we talked about this a couple of years ago, and it was brought up again, about the uniform, and I apologize I'm not in one tonight. But yeah, camp is looking good. Actually, Luis was out there. I had, like I said, good camp masters. We got a couple of little things we're trying to resolve, and everything's looking good so far. We can always use help. There's still a lot of projects to be done. Oh, one thing we did do, and we're going to I'm working on our lights at the OA ring. We have power, but we have no light bulbs up on there. And we had the OA people on the work weekend clean it up. They actually got all the whole brush around there. We can get to the light pole now and turn the power off and on, but our lights aren't where the bulbs. So I have Amado Moreno with AEP working on that, trying to get somebody out there, a bucket, check it. We do have a live wire there that used to go to the sprinkler system. We'd like to get removed. So that's good news. We're going to get some light at the vigil, or even at any of the ceremonies we do over there at the ring. So for safety, that's probably our main thing, is the safety when they come in and they leave, afterwards. So, and our preparedness, getting the kids prepared when so we really haven't used those lights in a couple of years, as far as I know. And
Long time.
is that, yeah, Mike, you can vouch for that, and Doc Margot. It needs lights. So yeah, I gotta praise Jake Mejia and Omar Flores and his son. They cleaned it all up, opened it all up, cut the trees around it, opened up the trail to the ring, and we were real happy because I am, anyways, as a ranger, former ranger, and an OA member. It helps. It's going to be safe, a little more safer, I should say, coming down the trail and so forth. But other than that, we're just, I wish everybody have the best of luck during winter camp, and for everybody to continue helping me. It's great.
John.
Yes.
Thank you for making Mr. Henry and myself feel so old. No. No, you bring a very important thing, and I agree with you. Remember that we are an example. We're setting an example for our scouts. And I want to thank you, John, for bringing this to an attention. We know that sometimes some just come from work, some they just move in, and we understand that, okay?
No.
But like right now, I'm here at my husband's office, and I keep an extra one.
A uniform.
Because it's important. Not only it's an example, but it's a compromise that we have with the program.
Yes,
so okay, John, after reminded Mr. Henry and myself how old we are, thank you for bringing this to the attention.
Yeah, I knew we were doing something bad, and I know our new scout exec is coming on new, and it's been a while. He hasn't worn a full uniform either, so I was kind of reminding everybody about it. No, I'm just kidding, Luis.
Oops.
That means that you have to fill out the store, Luis, with more uniforms and the new ones.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
Thank you. I think this has been a great
John,
meeting, and I want to give Rudy the Rods a chance to speak again.
Yeah. So John, real quick, I'm in a Columbia BSA official approved NISA shirt. So technically, as a professional, we could wear these. And Mike, thank you so much for taking the time and putting this together and sharing information. Dr. Margot, I know your schedule is just as crazy as anyone's out there, along with any other adult volunteer that takes the time to visit with us during Roundtable. Roundtable is, like Mike said, a great opportunity to listen and hear from, Patty, longtime scouting volunteers that have the best interest of promoting our program and preparing our adult leaders for providing great and excellent mountaintop experiences for our youth, and that's what Roundtable is about. So thank you, John, for getting the Camp Master program, putting that out there and getting some folks. We are accepting also applications for Office Master. As you know, Ruby, has been our knight and savior for the past, not only 6 months, but several years now, kind of on her own, between applications, between answering phone calls, between inputting applications and taking payments. And I mean, Scout Shop, she's been doing it. So whenever you get a chance, just, send her an email and just thank her for the work she's doing. It'll go a long way. Stop by, bring her a chocolate, something, it'll mean a lot, because a lot of times
as professionals around the corner, by the
way. I'm not, as professionals, sometimes, the hard work that we put in, sometimes, little things like that. And I'm not saying you got to go buy a $30 gift. You can go get a little thing of lifesavers and go give her and say, hey, Ruby, you're a lifesaver. Thank you so much for everything you do for the council. Just a little packet of lifesavers, little things like that, little messages always go a long way. Especially to any leaders, to your adult leaders in your unit, they go a long way. Thanking them for the work they're doing. It's the holiday season. We may not see each other from here to the end of the year. So on behalf of my family to yours, happy holidays. Hope you are safe if you're traveling, and we'll see you in down the trail in 2024.
Thank you, Luis. And folks,
Winter camp. I hope to see
camp's coming up.
everybody at winter camp.
Yeah, hope so. And guys, this has been a great meeting.
Mike,
I appreciate you all being here. I'm sorry, go ahead, Luis.
Yeah, before I forget, I wanted to make sure, I know they're not here. I know Dr. Phillips starts his shift at 7. Summer camp is around the corner. Kudos to Gabe and team for reaching out to every unit individually to figure out the best week. The date is set. We're in the process of locking down some very important NCAP standards that we have to put together, but we are rocking and rolling on summer camp. We're bringing summer camp back. We know that, there's been some challenges in years past, but we are ahead of the ball. We have the majority of the leadership that needs to be in place already recruited. We are going to start reaching out to units for scouts for staff positions. So if you think you're in a troop and you have some youth that would like to be staff members at camp, spread the word. We've already got our budget. It's not approved yet, but we're in the final stages of it. We have a great plan. Our goal is to have 100 scouts out there. That's the minimum goal. We'd love to have more, and we're excited about it. So I believe the date is the 23rd through the 29th of June. Top of my head, I have that on my desk. I'm at home. I was on dad duty tonight. But we're going to have all that out here very soon. So be on the lookout. Summer Camp 2024, Camp Perry. We're back, and we're excited. So let's keep that momentum forward, and we'll continue to do great things. Our program here in our council is amazing. I'll tell you that. We have a lot of dedicated volunteers, so very excited to have that. So
hey, Luis, I got a question. Yes. Are we going to be able to get back on the Arroyo?
Dr. Margot's, I don't know if you heard that or not.
Okay, I hope so, because that's a huge program. Just asking.
I grew up on the Arroyo.
I know exactly.
I didn't grow an extra finger, but I'm gonna reach out to some of my connections in the state and see if they can come down, just take a look, even go out there one night with a big flashlight and see if see any eyes, and just try to do some reconnaissance, military term, right? To see, if we see anything. I would love our scouts to be back on that water. That is a charm to have. But it's going to take some due diligence on our end to make sure that we're keeping our scouts safe at the end of the day. And then we'll move forward on a decision as an executive board, and our council president sits here in our roundtable. So, and I see him smiling. So I think I answered that correct.
I've seen him out there, snoot sticking out of the hole and across the Arroyo. So I know that he's there.
We actually did a couple of things. When I was at our last, our national president's meeting that we went to summit last October, 2 months ago. We actually spoke with one of the folks at Sea Base up in Louisiana, Swamp Base, and they talked about worst case scenario, they could always come and get the alligators. Problem is, where there's one, there was many, because it was basically alligator came from an alligator farm up the Arroyo that flooded during one of the hurricanes. And so we don't know how many there really are. And that's that, we've seen one, and that's really where we're going with that. And again, this goes back to safety, and a lot of that is going to be, we want to make this as safe as possible. Obviously, as we learned at our national meeting with the Boy Scouts in May, some safety has some degree of risk, but the question is how much risk is allowed, and how much risk do we want to tempt fate with. So that's really what we're looking at right now. We've gone with a very, very low or high risk. However, we really don't want to have any risk as we can avoid it. And so that's what we were avoiding, staying in the Arroyo, but we're going to see what we can do going forward.
I have
Louisiana and Mississippi and those guys, they have camps.
Even they do it all the time, right?
Texas.
Camp Strake has some in their lake.
ERJ
has a bunch of alligators. The kids were in the water. Everybody was safe. They were walking through the
What is
trail. Right,
TRJ?
you're from that area.
What is TRJ?
The
Trevor
Circle 10
Jones?
Council at Athens.
Mhm.
It's they have swimming in the lakes. They have boats. They've had alligator.
Okay.
It was
Yeah,
my
I
camp as
heard-
a kid, and I staffed there for 10 years. I was the aquatics director, and I mean, when alligators became a problem, they were disappeared. But there were lots of alligators all the time.
Mhm.
So I mean, I know Strake in Houston has them. Hurdle in East Texas has them. Pretty much every camp within 100 miles of the Gulf Coast has them. I mean, you know, they're just endemic to the Gulf Coast, and we didn't used to have the issue down here. But you know, I'm not sure how other councils have dealt with it. Maybe we could reach out to a few more of them.
Yeah,
I
that's
know
the plan.
that in the past, what I heard at TRJ, Trey, was that when they get a certain size, they pick them up and take them somewhere else. Or if they get, I think it's by size, or if they see that when they become domesticated is really when the problem is more severe.
When I was there, it was usually when they became over 6 foot or they started coming up towards people.
Mhm.
Most of the time, I was part of moving a lot of them, and we would catch them and take them over to Lake Johnson on the backside of camp over there. There were a few that could not be caught, and they disappeared, and I was not part of that, so I'm not exactly. That happened on weekends when nobody was there.
Boots at the trading post.
Yes, I think there was some alligator skins from that. So,
Mr. Henry,
Yes, ma'am.
I need a correction to make. That's what happened when you get old. Okay.
Speak for yourself.
We have a tie here, and I'm sorry, Pack 93. I didn't see it. That's like I said. That happens when you get old. We have both winners today. It's the Troop 73 and Pack 93. Sorry, guys. Okay, congratulations for the Chachos Award.
Hey, on a
And
quick
Which
note,
is
I had
Pack
something else.
93.
Pack 93, yes.
Where is, there's 2 and 2?
Two and
They're
two.
from Rio Grande City.
Oh, Pack 260, there's Sergio right there, and myself. That's 2.
Yes, at what time did Sergio came in? Because we put a time limit.
I don't
Yes,
know.
it's after certain, because if not, it makes it very hard for us to tally. So usually it's before break times, but that's the time I was checking the time. So next time. Okay, and if you can give me one more moment, I would like to congratulate Miss Marta Luna. Okay, she was one of the ones that got her beads. She completed her wood badge, and she completed her ticket. So congratulations to Miss Luna for being awarded your beads, and hope you will tell us what experiences you have at the wood badge course.
Thank you.
What were your experiences there, Marta?
Oh, you want to hear them now?
Yes.
When I took the training or during my ticket?
During your training, without any getting into details, but along how did that help you as a leader and as your unit? How did this help you?
Well, I got some experience on how to work with like 40 different adult leaders that all think very differently and have different beliefs. And it was challenging, right? Because we had our own patrols, but just to be able to figure out how to work with each other in a positive, constructive, effective way.
Well, thank you. And that's why we have to be trained because of the wonderful things, not only as leaders, but what we take back to our units. So I know there's the wood badge training course in planning. So be there for the announcements because it's a wonderful course and it will help us all. and it will help not only you as a leader, your unit, but also the council. So congratulations, Ms. Luna.
Thank you.
Back to you, Mr. Henry.
John, did you have something else you wanted to say?
Yeah, yeah, you know that.
You cut out, buddy. You're muted.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Just a real quick reminder from the Catholic Committee on Scouting. They're going to have a posada at St. Joseph's the Worker in McAllen on the 23rd, on the 17th at 4 p.m. on 23rd Street and Houston or Jackson, maybe, I don't remember.
No,
But it's there.
It's not right on 23rd Street, John.
It's right on 23rd, but it's the
Right.
St. Joseph's Lord. But they're having a posada, and I believe a troop is from one of our councils is kind of in charge of it.
Actually,
is that-
it's me.
Oh, is that you doing
Yeah,
it?
it is
So
me,
there
yeah.
you go. Look, a new wood badger taking over. That's wonderful. Good deal. She's in charge of a posada. You want to talk about it? Let us know. It's at
Sure.
4 p.m. on Sunday.
I think you got it all, but it's on the 17th of December and at 4 o'clock at St. Joseph the Worker, and it's 900 South 23rd Street. I want to say that I think I've sent out at least emails that I have, and I think someone posted that on a WhatsApp group or Facebook page for 777.
Send me
There's a
information,
flyer.
please. Send
Yeah, I can
send
get-
information to RGC BSA
Yeah,
Marketing.
yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, if we can get it to Mike Henry. Also, yeah, it's gonna, if you have the religious emblem for the Catholic religious emblem, that counts toward the religious emblem, just so y'all know. If y'all want to pass that on back to your troops, if anybody's doing any of the Arrow of Light, whichever one there are, the Cub one and the Weeblo one, for the older kids, any of the Catholic religious emblems, that counts as part of it if they need to do it. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. I've been getting a lot of on our chat for the Catholic Committee, and I've seen it on a bunch of people from our council that are going to it. Facebook, Marley McGee, I think is where I saw it, or one of them.
Yeah.
Sarah, I think you put it out there too. Sarah, I think, did the same thing. She, I think, said she was interested. So I'm just throwing it out there. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Oh, I also wanted to say that 1065 is also having their 3rd annual Peace Light ceremony on December 15th at 6 p.m. I could send you that too, Mr. Henry, if you like. It's
Yeah,
kind
put
of
the
like the
email
last
in the,
little.
I put the email in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
Well, folks, hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Appreciate y'all being here. I'm in the middle of December. I'm leaving the country. I'm going to Germany to be with my son, who has finally gotten stationed, deployed to a place where they're not shooting at him. And so we're going to celebrate Christmas with him this year and New Year's, and I'll be back sometime in January. So I'll be I won't be at winter camp. I'll be thinking about you though. And and believe it or not, Patty, I won't be here in time for their next roundtable, which is January 4th. So y'all will have that one for yourselves.
Okay.
So thank you guys, and God bless you all, and have such a wonderful Christmas. And Trey, you look younger than ever, I tell you. You're not Captain Spock, Captain, what's his name?
Kirk.
Kirk, I'm not really sure how I did that. I was not entirely meaning to do this.
Well, that's
I was
great.
messing with some settings and I didn't realize I actually applied them.
You did good.
I got to work on an Imperial uniform to match the background. You're almost there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to work on. I didn't realize it was going to instantly appear on screen. I don't know how to get rid of it either.
Well, would someone like to offer a closing prayer for us? Okay, join me in prayer. Dear Lord, thank you so much for the opportunity for us to be in scouting and to do the wonderful things that we're able to do to develop our future leadership in the world. Be with each of us as we have our holiday seasons, and help us keep our attitude towards you and our love for you. God bless each one of the folks here, in Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen. And good night, folks.
Okay.
Thank you.